Greetings, fellow girls, guys, and gamers. This is Small Archangel, and welcome to Rising World once again. I am still in my existing world here because the update still hasn't hit. But hey, I've got a couple more things to do before the update does come out. Now, I'm very much looking forward to the biomes, and when we get those biomes, I am intending on starting a whole new game and playing as a proper bona fide survival game. So hold on for that. But before then, I've got a couple of things that I want to do. So, ooh, that's hot. I've made some gold ingots here because I want to make a blueprint, because the first thing I'm planning on doing is when I get my new, when we get the update, I'm going to start a new world. I'm not going to wipe this one, I'm going to keep it because I like it and I've put quite a lot of effort into it so far. But what I am going to do, I'm going to try and make a blueprint of the buildings that I've made so far. No. There we go, blueprint. Craft item, there we go, and we are with blueprint just there. That's cool. Yep, got it in my hand. That's cool. And then I will try and transfer the blueprints across to my new save game. So I'll just transfer the files across. If it's possible to do that, then that means that I don't have to, remember how I built this or make it all over again. Because I quite like it as it is. Alright, so first things first, then we're going to try and make a blueprint of this farmhouse. Now, yeah, I closed up the... This is quite awkward. I'm going to ignore... Oh, I've got a sheep in my orchard. I'm going to try and ignore this. Much as I like my gateposts and all my land and everything, it probably isn't a great idea to put all that there, just because it's going to... I'll put one here, maybe. There we go. And then go around the other side. It's probably going to... it would probably be a problem, because the chances are I'm not always going to be building on level flat terrain. So if that's the case, then we're better off just sticking with the house itself, and maybe the barn. I'd quite like to add the barn to that, actually. Unfortunately, I've made the walls so efficiently that I can't actually get over them, so that's quite annoying. So I need to set the point. Might just see if I can hop through the window. Probably not. I do better to hop over the end wall. I hope that blueprint point hasn't reset itself, because that would be irritating as well at this point. So I do have other plans for this episode, believe it or not. Okay, so if we call this point here. Right, there we go. That seems to have got it. Except that we are going to have to just climb this handy hill here. We are going to have to make this wider, so let's just shift that outwards a bit. And I think that's going to cover my little side bit there as well. Yes, it does. And then we'll just make sure it goes up and over the roof also. Up. Now I think that's high enough too. I didn't actually place a chimney on the top of this. I did plan on, but the roof was such a faff in the end. I think I just didn't quite get round to it. Okay, and then I might actually, I don't know, should I include other bits as well? I don't know. Yeah, I probably should just shift it out this. Oh, now that probably just moved the back one when I didn't mean it to. Yes, it did. Or did it? I can't tell. Okay, I've lost the plot now, because I can't see what I'm doing. All I wanted to do really was move it this way a bit, but I don't seem to be able to do that. Hey! I'm a genius. Not quite. But we got there in the end. There. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, that is what I meant. Alright, so we will call that good and we will name it Farmhouse. Create. There we go. Now all I have to do is remember to go into my blueprints folder and yeah and transfer them across to my new save. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of further farming. Now at the moment we don't have the extended farming that was promised to us in the update. Oh great, that's exactly where I want those. But it will come with the biomes update, so I'm excited for that. I want to know what that's all about really, and what other crops we're going to be able to plant, because right now the only ones we've got is the carrots and the tomatoes. Okay, and I did actually make 4 plots here. These 2 were in case we got to be able to farm pumpkins and watermelons or anything else really at all, but we haven't yet, so we've got that to look forward to. So I'm just gonna harvest all my crops here and replant them out in their neat little rows, and then we're gonna take our crops to market. Okay, that's quite enough crops for the minute. I've got some other ones which I've kept in the store in my barn, so we'll go and gather some of them as well, because I say that we can't actually farm everything, and so I have a few of these that I've just gathered out in the wilds, and a few of these, and then in the kitchen here, place this box before we could actually put things inside the cabinets. We've got some bits of meat here which we can also take along. Now let's take a full stack of it, shall we? Okay, that's probably better. Okay, now there's one more thing that I want to do, because I obviously made this marketplace myself, and kind of cries out to be made really when you've got something like this in here, a market stand. But of course, to start with, I'm going to actually have to make the lumber. So let's see, can I use... no, I think I need to use this one just to make the lumber. Okay, so let's just make... I think I need 32 lumber, I'm not quite sure. I think that's what it said. No, not that one, this one. Alright. Market stand. Oh, there we go. Alright, and I'll just move that into the place of the lumber. And no, I don't want that in my hand the whole way, do I? Let's just go. Okay, so we've got everything we need now. And obviously I made this market stand because, well, I made a farmhouse. It just made sense, really. So the obvious kind of bit of RP realism. And you can see there's a pig asleep on it. I have found recently the spawn rate of the animals seems to be increasing. I'm still not sure if they actually sort of reappear or not, but probably do with a few more lights around here. I've kind of got a light sort of at either side there. There are some newer lights now which I might have to mess with to make those. There we go. We need this to go opposite that one if at all possible. Let's just do this now. That would probably help, wouldn't it? Oh. Okay, and meanwhile I'm starving to death, so I'll just eat some bacon, and I am very much looking forward to not having to eat watermelon in order to rehydrate myself. That's going to be good. Okay. Why have I still got watermelon in my hand? I shouldn't really have. Alright, so we're going to try this. I haven't tried this before, but we're going to try this. We're going to see if we can place these items on here. Now, that isn't what I meant. Oh, maybe it is actually. No, Q. Well, it has dropped it, but it hasn't dropped it where I wanted to drop it. So, I'm not absolutely sure that I could drop that where I want to drop it. It seems to just go wherever. Maybe I have to be literally on the market stand in order for that to go where I want. I don't know. So let's try one of the other items. I've got a feeling this is going to be the same. Yeah, it's way, way, way over there. Okay, so really not sure. Let's just see if that kind of threw it like a basketball. Maybe if I, you know, throw it. Okay, this I didn't realize I was going to be playing basketball here. Okay, this is going to take some work, obviously. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Not sure that's going to work. I'll give it a go off camera and we'll see if we can get somewhere. Let's make this a meat stall. We'll see if we can. It's gone on the floor. Come on, Debs. What is the point of having these market stalls if we can't put our produce on them? There isn't a lot of point. Would be great if we could, you know, put stuff on there, but nothing is really wanting to go. Okay, let's see if anything will actually go on here. Got some tomatoes here, will they? Oh. That wasn't quite what I meant. No, I've got a bad feeling about this. I don't think this is going to work at all. I could swear... Nope, they're just ricocheting off, aren't they? I could swear that I'd seen somebody do this. I thought... No, they're just going everywhere but... Well, it was a good idea, but it's really not going to work, is it? I don't think there's any way of actually interacting with the market stands in order to put your produce there. I don't think there's any way of dropping stuff other than just pressing Q, which kind of throws them. And even if you do get your trajectory right and everything, they just bounce off like that's a solid object that they just ricochet off. So something might have changed. I'm not sure. If so, I'm kind of disappointed. I did want to be able to use the market stands, but in any case, there's my marketplace. It's quite nice. I'm quite pleased with it. It's not particularly functional. It would have been far better if I'd been able to do what I planned, but I have a feeling I could stand here all night and yeah, it's quite clear that nothing is going to go on those whatsoever, including me. Basically, that is just a totally solid object there. So that is kind of disappointing. So, yeah, unless I build chests and add chests here, I'm really not going to be able to put any of my produce there at all. Which, I mean, this is a single player game, so it's not a big deal, but I thought for a multiplayer game, this would be really quite useful. You could have, you know, sort of set up a marketplace for bartering and trade, which would be extremely useful indeed. But maybe it's not to be, or I don't know. This game is still very much in a work in progress, so let's see what the future brings for us. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have managed to put something on those stands before, so I'm not just talking out of my hat there. Anyway, we have at least finished off the marketplace there and taken a blueprint of my farmhouse. I might just take a blueprint of my market square as well, although it didn't take that long to make that, really. As you can imagine, no walls required. So yeah. So that didn't work ever so well, but before the light fades completely, I am going to finish harvesting my carrots and planting them out, and I will catch you guys in the next episode, which hopefully will be the episode immediately after the biomes update, when we will start anew with a brand new game, and will be hardcore survival, or at least survival. So we'll be starting from scratch with absolutely nothing, building a shack, surviving all those new creatures like the lions and tigers and bears, oh my, whatever we have to deal with. So till then, guys, let's hope for some weather and some water as well. And we should get that update later in the month. Till then, keep gaming, keep surviving, stay happy. Bye bye for now.